For something like this, make sure you understand the question. We need a quotation that supports the student's claim. So make sure that you understand what the student's claim is and make sure you're supporting it, because sometimes they do ask for you to undermine it or something like that. So let's take a look. Boldly mixing elements of poetry, fiction, drama, philosophy, and manifesto, Puerto Rican writer Giannini Braschi creates cross-genre literature that explores themes such as immigration and independence. So far, we don't have the student's claim at all. Her works have inspired responses from individuals across different fields and in a wide range of formats, from musical compositions and a comic book to architecture and furniture design. Again, we don't have the claim. In an essay, a student asserts that the production of these diverse creations by others is reflective of Braschi's own approach to crafting literature. So the diverse creations above others reflects Braschi's work. Okay, so something about that. Let's see if that helps. Okay. Braschi is the focus of a 2020 collection of essays in which 15 scholars from 7 different countries delved into the linguistic and structural patterns of her writings. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's people talking about Braschi. It's not necessarily their own work. I don't know. Maybe this is right. Let's keep moving on. Braschi's eagerness to push boundaries and blend genres within literature invites us to consider how other art forms might also engage with literature. Well, yeah, maybe because they're talking about her works have inspired responses from individuals in other fields, comic books, architecture, furniture design. So, how other art forms? See, I think that this is making a bit of a mistake. I think it's a bit of a trap. What I think this is doing here is it's going from it's changing the main character in a way, right? The main character of the student's assertion is what other people are doing. The main character of this choice, though, is other art forms, right? So it's not quite the same. Maybe this doesn't matter, but I notice it because I'm looking for these things. I'm looking for these kind of little jumps that they make, that they try to slip past us, but they're jumping from one idea to another and hoping we don't notice. They're jumping from the people who are copying or inspired by Braschi's work to the forms of themselves. And I don't know, that's not quite the same thing. We really want it to be the people, not like just music in general. So this might be a little bit of a trap. Let's keep going. Maybe it's the right answer. Before settling in New York City, where she would go on to become a college professor, Braschi studied both literature and philosophy in several cities around the world. Well, this is only about Braschi, so no, this doesn't help because we want to see what other people do. D, in addition to her creative literary works, Braschi has produced academic pieces analyzing writings by these other people. Well, again, this seems to be about Braschi and then her response to other authors, whereas the student is talking about other people's response to Braschi. So this seems wrong. Let me go back to A. Braschi is the focus of a 2020 collection of essays in which 15 scholars from 7 different countries delved into the linguistic and structural patterns of her writings. Yeah, because maybe these are different people who are coming and like looking at her stuff. I don't really know here. Maybe B is not a trap here. Braschi is the focus of a 2020 collection of essays in which 15 scholars from 7 different countries delved into the linguistic and structural patterns of her writings. You know, I was talking about the main character problems in B. I think A has even bigger main character problems. Again, this is about Braschi. It's not about other people. So I don't like any of these choices. I think they're all kind of making a little bit of a leap. But even though I thought B was a trap, I'm going to pick it. And it just goes to show you how you have to be always open-minded as you do these things. What's going on here is the student is really talking about other people. Diverse creations by others is reflective of Braschi's own approach to crafting literature. So they're talking about her approach, right? Her eagerness to push boundaries and blend genres. And then I guess other people who are based in other art forms can engage with that. I don't like this choice. I think this is not as clear of a connection as I'd like. And I did think that it was basically a trap. But after looking at everything else, yeah, B is the only one that kind of checks the boxes. It talks about other people and their response to Braschi, and it talks about Braschi's own approach to crafting literature. So maybe that was my mistake, where I didn't at first look at how Brasky was being talked about in this, but the main character is still supposed to be other people responding to her, and I think that only B really does that. A, it's really, even though other people are responding, they're responding just by commenting on Brasky. We really want other people's art to be the commentary or to be reflective or inspired by her in some way. B is really the only one that does that. Hard question. I would be definitely one that I'd come back to, but I'd be pretty confident in B for now, and that is the right answer. So it worked out.